the 13th of May. Althea 11:45 a.m. NITV repeats 9:30 p.m. Wednesday the 15th of May. PGUSA 2014 genre documentary language English director Rex Miller. What's it about? Althea Gibson's life and achievements transcend sports. A truant from the rough streets of Harlem, Althea emerged as the most unlikely queen of the highly segregated tennis world in the 1950s. Her roots as a sharecropper's daughter, her family's migration north to Harlem in the 1930s, mentoring from Suga Ray Robinson, David Dinkins and others, and fame that thrust her unwillingly into the glare of the early civil rights movement, all bring her story into a much broader realm of the American story. NITV celebrates trailblazing athlete Althea Gibson. A royal affair 12 p.m. SBS Iceland MS Sweden 2012 genre drama history romance language Danish French German director Nikolai Arcel starring Mads Mikkelsen Trine Dyer Home Alicia Vikander. What's it about? The young queen, Vikander, who is married to an insane king, falls secretly in love with his physician, Mikkelsen, and together they start a revolution that changes a nation forever. 2013 Academy Award nominee for Best Foreign Language Film. A royal affair review, a captivating tale of betrayal, political intrigue and doomed love. Darfur now 1:15 p.m. NITV Musa 2007 genre documentary language Arabic, English, Spanish director Ted Braun featuring Don Cheadle, Thea Adam Sterling, Ahmed Mohamed Abaka. What's it about? This acclaimed documentary follows the story of 6 people who are determined to end the suffering in Sudan's war-ravaged Darfur. The 6th, an American activist, an international prosecutor, a Sudanese rebel, a sheikh, a leader of the World Food Program and an internationally known actor, demonstrate the power of how one individual can create extraordinary changes. Tuesday the 14th of May soundtrack to War 12 p.m. SBS Iceland Australia 2005 genre documentary language English director George Gitto's. What's it about? George Gitto's Snow Monkey ventures into Iraq to discover firsthand how soldiers and civilians use music to deal with the realities of war. Lock 12:45 a.m. SBS Iceland MA 15 UK 2013 genre drama thriller language English director Stephen Knight starring Tom Hardy, Olivia Colman voice Ruth Wilson voice. What's it about? Lock Hardy, in a tour de force performance, has worked hard to craft a good life for himself. Tonight, that life will collapse around him. On the eve of the biggest challenge of his career, Ivan receives a phone call that sets in motion a series of events that will unravel his family, job, and soul, taking place over the course of one riveting car ride. This film is directed by Academy Award-nominated writer Stephen Knight. Dirty Pretty Things, Eastern Promises. Lock, an existential road movie in which nothing and everything happens. Wednesday the 15th of May Declaration of War 12 p.m. SBS Iceland France 2011 genre drama language French director Valérie Donzelli starring Valérie Donzelli, Jérémy Elkaïm, César Dissix. What's it about? Juliette Donzelli and Romeo Elkaïm are a married couple whose lives are transformed overnight when a visit to their pediatrician results in a shocking verdict. Their infant son Adam has a brain tumor. As traumatic as this news is, Juliette, public healthcare workers, many playing themselves, end up revealing their strengths, weaknesses, fears and secrets to each other, as well as the world. Declaration of War, Valérie Donzelli interview. Declaration of War review Jimmy, All Is By My Side 8:30 p.m. SBS Iceland Muck 2013 genre, music, drama, biography language, English director, John Ridley starring, Andre Benjamin, Haley Atwell, Imogen Poots, Ruth Negga. What's it about? Outcast's Andre 3000 stars in a flawless performance as the iconic Jimi Hendrix in the directorial debut of the Oscar-winning writer of 12 Years a Slave, John Ridley. In 1966, an unknown guitarist named James Hendrix leaves New York for London, changes his name to Jimmy and begins to make his mark in the world of rock music. With his defining performance at Monterey Pop Festival still a year away, Hendrix learns the tricks of the trade before eventually transforming into a triumphant icon of 60s counterculture. Jimmy, All Is By My Side Review Idlewild 10:40 p.m. SBS Viceland MA 15 USA 2006 Genre, Crime, Drama, Music Language English Director, Brian Barber starring, Andre Benjamin, Paula Patton, Terrence Howard, Macy Gray, Bing Rames What's It About? A musical set in the Prohibition-era American South, where a speakeasy performer and club manager Rooster must contend with gangsters who have their eyes on the club, while his piano player and partner Percival must choose between his love angel or his obligations to his father. The Shepherd 12:10 a.m. SBS Spain 2016 Genre, Drama Language, Spanish Director, Jonathan Sensual Burley starring, Alfonso Mendicuccia, Juan Luis Serafat It About. In this slow-burning psychological drama and a parable of corporate greed, which steadily builds to a powerful climax, Anselmo is a taciturn shepherd who lives a Spartan life on a small farm in the Spanish plains. When he is approached by a construction company looking to buy his land, his casual refusal sends ripples through the community. Menace to Society 12:50 a.m. SBS Viceland MA 15 USA 1993 Genre, Drama, Action, Crime Language English Director, Albert Hughes, Alan Hughes starring, Tyron Turner, Lorenz Tate, Glenn Plummer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Samuel L. Jackson What's It About? In this unflinching look at the mean streets of the contemporary urban American ghetto, a black youth, despite his dreams for a better life, ultimately succumbs to the cycle of violence that pervades his community. This urban nightmare chronicles several days in the life of Kane Lawson, following his high school graduation, as he attempts to escape his violent existence in the projects of Watts. Thursday the 16th of May City State 12 p.m. SBS Viceland 2011 Genre, Drama, Thriller Language, English, Icelandic, Serbian Director, Olaf Gefler Johannesson starring, Salatko, Krikic, Augusta Iberlin's daughter, Ingvar Sigurdsson What's It About? An immigrant vows revenge after losing his unborn child in an attack by a crime syndicate, binding his fate with a troubled policewoman, her corrupt police commander, and a crime lord who's losing his edge. Joe Bullitt 9 p.m. NITV repeats 1 p.m. Friday the 17th of May. PG South Africa 1973 Genre, Crime, Action Language English Director, Louis DeWitt starring, Ken Gampu, Joe Lopez, Abigail Quebeca What's It About? When local soccer team the Eagles fall prey to a series of onslaughts from a mysterious gangster only a week before the championship final, the team turns to the one man that can help save their chances at victory, Joe Bullitt Gampu. Joe will have to battle against villainous henchmen, escape booby trap bombs and bring his martial arts expertise to the fore in order to survive an attack from a deadly assassin. A rare South African example of the blaxploitation subgenre which emerged in the U.S. in the early 1970s. Friday the 17th of May The Woman of My Dreams 12 p.m. SBS Viceland Italy 2010 Genre, Comedy Language, Italian Director, Luca Lucina starring, Stefania Sandrelli, Luca Argentero, Alessandro Gasman, Valentina Lodavini What's It About? Stefania Sandrelli, The First Beautiful Thing, stars as Alba, the mother of two very different adult sons, while Giorgio Gasman is a playboy who constantly cheats on his wife, Leonardo Argentero. Eat Pray Love is always unlucky. In love, when Leonardo finally meets the woman of his dreams, Sarah Lodavini, he brings her home to meet the family, but it appears this is not the first time that Sarah has met Giorgio. A Waltz Through the Hills 7:30 p.m. NITV repeats 10 a.m. Saturday the 18th of May. Peak Australia 1988 Genre, Drama, Family, Adventure Language English Director, Frank Arnold starring, Dan O'Herlihy, Ernie Dingo, Andre Jansen What's It About? When Sammy Dean and her older brother Andy are suddenly orphaned, they fear that they will be separated and placed in foster homes. So they set off along on foot, hoping to reach a ship that will take them to England and their only surviving relatives. The two young runaways must make their dangerous journey through some of the world's harshest terrain, the wilds of the Australian outback. Rosewood 9:40 p.m., NITV MA 15 USA, 1997 Genre, Drama, History Language, English Director, John Singleton starring, Bing Rames, Robert Patrick, John Voight, Michael Rooker, Bruce McGill, Don Cheadle. What's it about? In 1923, predominantly black Rosewood, Florida, is raised by an enraged mob when a white woman lies, saying a black man attacked her. But even at the height of the senseless massacre, a white shopkeeper and a black war veteran heroically rescue women and children. A train that runs through Rosewood is commandeered in the middle of the disaster to carry them to safety. Based on a true story, and directed by the late John Singleton, Boys and the Hood. Sex, Lesson videotape 12:10 a.m., SBS MUSA, 1989 Genre, Cult, Drama Language, English Director, Steven Soderbergh starring, James Spader, Laura San Giacomo, Andy McDowell, Peter Gallagher. What's it about? The story of Graham, a long-lost college friend who drifts back into town, and a look into the lives of philanderer John, his wife Anne, and her sister Cynthia. One by one, each is drawn into the very personal project Graham is working on, leaving the relationships between them forever transformed. This landmark American indie film was the debut feature for director Steven Soderbergh, Traffic, Aaron Brockovich, The Knick, and won the Palme d'Or at the 1989 Cannes Film Festival. Saturday the 18th of May, bird 8:30 p.m., NITV, repeats 1:15 a.m., MUSA, 1988 Genre, Drama, Music Language, English Director, Clint Eastwood starring, Forrest Whitaker, Diane Venora, Keith David. What's it about? Clint Eastwood, a noted jazz aficionado, directs this heartfelt study of pioneering bop saxophonist Charlie Parker Whitaker. Moving forward and backward through Parker's brief life before his death of a heroin overdose at age 34, the film foregrounds the saxophonist's difficult relationship with his wife, Chan Parker, Venora, but also features lengthy scenes of Parker improvising on stage, lit with the neon and cigarette smoke of vintage jazz clubs. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 8:30 p.m., SBS MUSA, 2000 Genre, Comedy, Adventure, Action Language, English Director, Joel Coen starring, John Turturro, Holly Hunter, Tim Blake Nelson, John Goodman, George Clooney. What's it about? Everett Ulysses McGill, Clooney, is a silver-tongued petty criminal eager to make his escape from the chain gang in Mississippi, serving a term of hard labor. Still shackled together, McGill and fellow convicts, the simple Delmar Nelson, and maladjusted Pete Turturro, he makes a dash for freedom and embark on a mission to recover a fortune and buried treasure, but the trio get entangled in a series of unexpected and sometimes bizarre adventures along the way. Sutter's Way 10:25 p.m., SBS Viceland MUSA, 1981 Genre, Drama, Mystery, Thriller, Crime Language, English Director, Ivan Passer starring, Jeff Bridges, John Hurd, Lisa Eichern, Ann Dusenberry, Stephen Elliott. What's it about? Richard Bridges spots a man dumping a body, and decides to expose the man he thinks is the culprit with his friend Alex Cutter, Hurd. A cult classic neo-noir in the vein of Chinatown and The Long Goodbye. Sunday the 19th of May, Clueless, 8:35 p.m., SBS Viceland MUSA, 1995 Genre, Comedy Language, English Director, Amy Heckerling starring, Stacey Dash, Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd, Breckin Meyer, Brittany Murphy. What's it about? If anyone in Beverly Hills is clued in its share, she's almost 16, richly popular, and loves letting the world benefit from her expertise in life's important issues, like dating, fashion, and looking good. She believes in doing stuff for other people, but when it comes to matters of the heart, especially her own, she's, well, clueless. Ever the Land, 10:10 p.m., NITV PG New Zealand, 2015 Genre, Documentary Language, Maori, English Director, Sarah Gronert. What's it about? Explores the sublime bond between people and their land through a landmark architectural undertaking by one of New Zealand's most passionately independent Maori tribes, Gaituho. The Final Girls, 10:25 p.m., SBS Viceland MUSA, 2015 Genre, Horror, Comedy Language, English Director, Todd Strauss-Schelzone starring, Taissa Farmiga, Malin Ackerman, Nina Dobrev, Alia Shawkat, Thomas Middleditch. What's it about? A young woman grieving the loss of her mother, a famous scream queen from the 1980s, finds herself pulled into the world of her mom's most famous movie. Reunited, the women must fight off the film's maniacal killer. Brotherhood of Blades, 12:05 p.m., SBS Viceland Makina, 2014. Genre, romance, action, drama. Language, Chinese director, Lu Yang, starring Chang Chen, Wang Qian Yuan, Lu Shixi, Li Dongshui, Qin Shi Jie. What's it about? In late Ming Dynasty, three close friends who serve as Jinyue guards are dispatched to hunt down Wei Zhongxian, a eunuch politician who had been forced to resign from his influential post and exiled from Beijing. The Jinyue brothers return successfully from their quest, only to find that their task was but the beginning of a strange conspiracy. Still Crazy, 12:30 a.m., SBS Muck, 1998. Genre, comedy. Music. Language, English. Director, Brian Gibson, starring Stephen Ray, Billy Connolly, Jimmy Nail, Bill Nye, Timothy Spall. What's it about? In the 70s, strange fruit were it. 20 years on, and these former rock gods, they have now sunk deep into obscurity when the idea of a reunion tour is lodged in the head of Tony, former keyboard player of the Fruits. Tony sets out to find his former bandmates with the help of former manager Karen to see if they can recapture the magic and give themselves a second chance. So Crazy review. Let's block ads. Why?